Welcome to Proudly Said, where we bring bold voices and real stories together. I'm John Hyland, Scouse, queer, and still trying to make sense of it all. And this space is for the stuff we don't always say out loud, though we probably should. Let's get into it. Hi everyone, this is John, and this is Proudly Said. And today I am joined by the ever fabulous, I'm sure you've seen her around and about, the lovely Ketona Madrave.
Hi.
How are you, darling?
I'm okay. I'm tired today.
It's 6:20 in the night.
Yeah, I'm always tired. That's just a running thing that I have. I'm tired every day of the week.
Well, there was a point where you worked every single night of the week.
Mm-hmm.
How's it being you don't do that anymore? or how did you live it? I don't understand how you did it. Because I struggle to sleep. You just don't.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of Red Bull, a lot of coffee. The will to live goes goes when I was working that much. I don't anymore because full-time wage, part-time hours, that's what I say.
Well, I was going to say it's because the work's not there because our scene is slowly changing.
Well,
or very drastically changing, actually.
Yeah. The scene is changing. Not I want to say it is changing and it isn't changing. Obviously you have staples that are going to be there for years and years and years and years. But there is other places that are changing, yeah. Places are changing. I'd like to see that things might be popping up, maybe. I've heard rumours that there's places popping up. But anyway, I've digressed straight away. You know what? I've only been in it for 2 minutes. I went straight into it. I want to learn more about Ketona. Already gassing.
And yeah, well, that's a good thing. Just going straight in with it. But I am going to do one thing because this is a video podcast.
Oh, really?
For those, I'm licking my teeth because Ketona has lipstick on them.
Yummy.
Drag. How long have you been doing drag, Ketona?
I've been doing drag for. Are we counting COVID?
Yeah. So that's when you started.
Well, 6 years. 6 years. It would be 7 very soon.
That feels like longer.
No.
Does it feel like longer?
Yeah. I was like, you were like, does it feel like longer? No, I was like, no. Yeah, it feels like a lot longer. But yeah, I've been doing. Started. When did I start?
When did you start?
I don't know the exact actual year.
17, 18? Is that right?
I was in second year of university when I started.
Was that proper baby queen?
Yeah, coming out in little brown knickers and a t-shirt that I cut.
So okay, when I speak to drag performers, I'm always intrigued to how it came about. So when I spoke to a few people like Brenda or Viv, it was always that whole. I just went out for a party and went out and someone saw me in pink. You won't remember pink, but
no, I'm too young for that.
And all of a sudden they're on the door or they're selling shops. What was the crack with you?
I started working behind the bar in Heaven.
Okay.
Was pulling pints, making double vodka lemonades, and then I saw the queens that we had in Heaven, and became very close friends with Violet Payne. And then one day went round hers and she went, do you want to get into drag? And I was like, yeah, okay. And so I did my own makeup. She kind of coached me with it.
So your first attempt was you actually first doing your
yeah. She gave me her makeup and her products that she was using at the time, and then was like, do this like this, and then painted my face and then went on a night out basically while she was working. And then
so it was a night out.
Yeah.
You went on a night out.
No. Yeah, maybe. It was more like a job hunt.
Oh, so it was. So the intention was, I'm in drag, give me a job.
Yeah, and the first night was it was a Club Good event back in the day.
Oh, so RuPaul's Drag Race Queen was
there. Yeah. Sasha Velour was in Heaven.
Okay.
I was wearing a blue wig. It was a teal blue wig.
Well, you had a bit of a thing. I remember those early days where you had a colour thing.
Yeah,
your
blue.
Wig and your outfit.
It was blue. I was wearing a black meshy bodysuit and these boot heels. Drank a lot, danced a lot.
Shock.
And then and now I'm here. That's how it started, basically.
It feels like. That I don't want to say the phrase back then because I said it a lot in my older videos. I don't want to say back then because that to me means when I was 18. And don't want to say how long ago that was.
30 years.
I was 30 years ago. Thank you very much. cheeky shit. Because funnily enough, I was going through archive footage recently for Vivian, and I found when Alyssa Edwards came to Heaven, and I feel like that was the first time a Rue girl came to Liverpool. I think it was when Ryan Fanthorpe was in charge of Heaven.
Yeah.
It was a Club Kids event, and I've got a clip of Baby Violet.
Oh, really?
It's literally the quickest snippet I've got.
She's wearing little blonde hair.
Little blonde hair, black
hair.
outfit, and I want to say she can correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that was her first night going out in drag.
Maybe.
Alyssa Edwards, that long ago.
Maybe, you know.
So that's quite interesting. That like we've got a little section of drag queens whose first times out in drag was at RuPaul's Drag Race Queen events.
Yeah. Mine was defo Sasha, and I had my 2 friends from back at home as well come with me, Shauna and Jasmine. They obviously, I grew up in school with them, and they came on a night out as well, and they were like, woo, yeah, while I'm trying to walk around in heels.
So is that your first time in heels as well?
Yeah, well, no, not the first time in heels. Obviously I used to play dress up when I was younger, but first time going out in public in heels. Yeah, and I slayed. I fell. I fell I fell down the stairs so many times.
Oh, of course, Heavens.
The big ones. And then what else happened after that? Ryan Fanthorpe, me and Ryan used to go out before I started working in Heaven.
Okay.
So we used to go to like events and stuff. And then he turned around to me on that night and was like, so do you want to drag job?
I love that. And I can just visualize Ryan saying it.
And I was like, sweetie. I was like, yeah, all right then. And then that weekend I was in, or the following weekend possibly, I was in on the Friday. So
sorry, I might have got my timings wrong here. So from that point of view, going out on the hunt for a job to actually getting paid,
like a week.
Well done.
Like a week, thank you.
Either the venue was desperate or you were really good.
I want to say I was really good.
We were just talking off camera before about the name. I'm not going to go into the name just yet. I'm just curious because you said when you first started you didn't have one.
No, I didn't.
So what was the intention of I'll just work something out, or I'll just start working, or like what was the crack with that?
Well, everybody called me by my Instagram handle at the time, which was my boy name.
Okay.
But with a number of zeros in it.
Okay.
Not zeros. Yeah, no. O's. O. And then they would shout Cameroon.
Like Bebe Zahara Benet.
Yeah.
Okay. Cameroon.
And then...
So you're going by that? That was your drag name?
Well, no, it wasn't my drag name. It was just what people knew me as. And then I was like, I can't be called a country. So...
Right. That's also obviously a catchphrase of another queen.
Yeah, and that. And yeah, I don't know how I came up with Ketona. I just did. Kerry Ketona's an inspiration. I like raving and I like rave music and I'm pretty mad. So I just
put it all together
and that's how we got that. Ketona
Mad
rave.
Ketona, yeah, okay. We know the connotations connection to what that is, but I do love the fact that we oh my god, I say recently, it was like what, last September when we me, you and Debs were on BBC Merseyside to talk about Drag and Drop, of which Drag and Drop 2 is coming out soon, and the BBC didn't call you that name. They gave you like a little posh Ketona Madrave. Yeah. Which ever since, that's how I refer to you.
I kind of like Madrave though.
I like, because obviously the point is like you write it down, you know what it is, but I'm just trying to be posh.
I kind of like it. No, I like Madrave though.
To be fair, many people say it though. Whenever I hear people refer to you, it is just Ketona.
Yeah, it was always Ketona. They never ever say my last name, which I'm kind of sad about because that's the best
I put a lot of thought into it.
I really did.
Do you think there's a lot of, when it comes to like drag names and stuff, that there is a lot of thought that goes through names for like brands and stuff based off RuPaul's Drag Race?
Oh my god, did you hear my belly there?
I did. Hopefully the mic didn't pick it up. If it did, that is its own real snippet.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten for like 4 years. I think so, yeah. Obviously, drag family and like all of that kind of stuff has a big play and like a part of it. I always like to say that I'm the Tracy Beaker of drag because I don't have a drag mum.
Okay.
And I'm proud of
I
that.
mean, theoretically, from the story you just told us, you could kind of say Violet's somewhat there.
No, I would like to say she was like older sister.
Keyword there.
Older. Well, she is older than me, so yeah. Older sister defo. I would like to say when it comes to branding and different queens and whatever, I think people do think about it a lot. And then some people just don't, like I did. And it just
worked or just came about.
kind of happens. And then, yeah.
And again, this is a weird little connection as well, because I mentioned before that I've been going through archive footage of Vivian, and one of my earliest videos with Viv, we talk about the influence on RuPaul's Drag Race and drag families and how in the UK, and this is like 2015, we're talking when this conversation happened.
Yeah.
She's like, there's no such thing as drag families in the UK. Then.
Back then, obviously.
Where it definitely does seem to be the case now, based on drag influence. But talking about Vivian, obviously we know what the crack is there. I'm not going to go into details because obviously good friends. Is that something you might want to look at from your name perspective? Because people obviously see straight away. You've already told us that the inspiration was from Kerry Ketona. But the play on words is Ketona Madrave.
Yeah. Yeah. I have really thought about it. What I would change it to, I don't know. A part of me was like, just wants to be called like Sarah.
There is a lot of drag queens coming out with just standard run-of-the-mill names. Like, no fun...
Like, I just want to be called, like, I don't know. I just want to be called, like, Zoe. Could you imagine?
I can see you as a Zoe.
Just like, oh my God, it's Zoe in the boudoir on Saturday night. Come down and see her.
It would work.
And I'm
I
like,
can see it working. I'm Zoe.
Like, I don't know. I have considered it, yes. But then also a part of me is like...
It's like a baby, innit?
Yeah, I don't want to let go of it.
Or could you be formerly known as the artist Ketona Madrave? Like Lorraine
Zoe. Zoe E.G.
Yeah, Zoe. Formerly known as.
Yeah, possibly. And we'll see. Like, I don't know what is to come in the future. Another thing is, as well, as everybody will have opinions.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Some people will be like, no, don't ever change it, blah, 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 blah.
Because it's you.
And then some
no
people will be
connection.
like, well, yeah, change it because it's offensive or whatever, which some things can be read as offensive or not okay. And also, like, none of this is like offensive.
Well, yeah, I was literally about to say that. Like, obviously, drag is meant to be seen as a bit of a in your face, don't take it seriously. It's about, because again, I don't be making loads of examples about Vivian, but at Snatch Game, she did Trump.
Yeah.
And there was some commentary about why is she doing Trump? It's about taking power away. So
it's just funny.
Yeah, it's just like, so here's something that's a bit of a serious issue. Let's make light of it so it doesn't feel like such a big issue.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, it's got to be careful about that because obviously there is a big issue right now with the drug. We know that in terms of other things that are going on in the country and etc. But that's just got far more serious than I expected us to do. Sorry. So I just want to put that to bed in that sense. But and talk more about you, Ketona.
Yes.
You're a DJ, but not as we know it.
Oh God.
When we think about drag queens, we think about this fun, camp personality, stop the music. Well, not stop it, but pull the music down. And
I can do that.
you can do that, but you're actually a very talented actual disc jockey.
Yeah.
Disc jockey.
Both.
How did you get into that?
That.
Because I know that you go into studios just to let off steam.
Yeah. That. So I've always been into music. Like listening to music. I play music. I play the trumpet. Play the piano.
I did not know you played the trumpet.
Yeah.
And that's not a euphemism.
Yeah. Play a blue one. It's blue. Yeah. It's blue brass.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning stuff.
And it's got pearl little valves. But yeah, I'm actually grade 5 in that and grade 4 in piano. So I've always been into music. I used to dance when I was younger, which is obviously music orientated.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all went into lockdown because of COVID.
We just went into lockdown.
We just
No one
just
wants
went into lockdown right now.
no social activity.
No, 'cause obviously due to COVID, we went into lockdown. I moved back home to my parents. Got a job in Amazon, and then I was working nights, 12-hour shifts, and then I'd come home, and I did like a crash course basically
Wow.
on like how to use like CDJs and shit like that.
So just like an online thing, or did you just teach yourself?
Yeah, online for like, it was like an hour a day
Wow.
for like 3 weeks or something stupid like that. And then learnt the basics of it, bought my little controller deck thing, and then just started playing around.
So is that what you utilize when you're out working?
Mm-hmm.
How many? I feel like I'm just throwing shade all the time here. Like, how many of the queens do that in Liverpool?
How many queens have the little...
How many queens do we know do what you do?
I would say quite a few.
Really? Okay.
Bran does what I do.
I say this as someone who doesn't drink anymore, doesn't go out as much anymore, so I'm not as au fait as I used to. That's
Bran mixes. Bran has little like headphones. Brenda has little headphones that she puts on. I'm more talented. I do it without them.
I can hear that this is quite mixing.
Brenda does it. Regina, she does it. Violet can do it, but she doesn't have a little mixer, so she just kind of like beat matches.
Okay.
But going in and like mixing heavy and like mixing kind of like different genres of music, probably only me.
Oh, as in doing actual mixes and like creating them and stuff like that, as opposed to being able to fade in and out.
Yeah, like beat match, just
So okay, so what's that inspiration? What do you think about when you do that kind of thing? Do you just play around?
Yeah. They're all happy accidents, really. That's what I like to call them.
Happy accidents.
Yeah, the whole shift is a happy accident.
Oh shit! You're there in G-bar till 7 a.m. Like, we'll see what happens.
No, I'll kind of like, so obviously my taste of music that I listen to personally is not what you would see me playing. So when I go to the studio to like let off steam or do whatever or etc., I'm playing that sort of music in there. The work music, like the boudoir music and like the G-bar music and stuff like that I play in work, have 9 times out of 10 been like trial and error of like what matches and what doesn't. But as long as it's got like the same BPM and there's like...
You're talking technical language.
Yeah, I know. Beats per minute is BPM. Okay. And it's got the same as that and they all match and etc. etc. You should be sound.
Wow.
Where do you want to go?
Absolutely not, because no. Well, maybe I should down the line, but no, because I know we've had conversations with it, and I'm always intrigued because it's like, how do people get into that? And then it's like putting together, getting into drag, then getting into proper like DJing, and then combining it. 'Cause I think when people think, I'm not as au fait with like, you know, DJs and big name DJs and that kind of thing. Like people probably see like Reminisce Festival or something.
Although there is actually quite some sick people that play at Reminisce. I just gagged them for no reason.
Lee Butler, I'll post this to you. You will never gig there ever.
Whatever.
But I've lost my train of thought now. Fabulous. Oh yeah. So when we think about like drag, the only thing I think I've said this before, is Jodie Harsh.
Yeah, Jodie Harsh is an inspiration. I've seen her multiple times, but I feel like she's also the only person doing it. Trixie Mattel's doing it as well.
Yeah, but she's American.
Yeah, but she plays like disco.
Oh, like full blown like old school disco music.
I'm
gonna have to do it.
Good.
See, I'm a nice guy. If I see women who've got lipstick on their teeth, I will tell them.
I'm not bothered, man.
Clearly.
It's all over my face.
So if you like, watch. Don't get anything on my microphone.
No, it's not. It's okay.
Have you ever engaged with Jodie Harsh?
No.
Is that something you'd like to do?
I think she might send me an Instagram or
just as like a peer to peer support. I
feel like we've spoken on Instagram. I can't remember. I'm saying that now. Imagine we haven't. Embarrassing. No, I feel like we defo have. But yeah, I would love to do something with Jodie. I think that would be really cool. Whether that opportunity ever arises is another question. But
as I'm saying that, I remember, and I can't remember if it was once again a Viv connection, but she has done G-Bar.
Yeah. Well, back
While back.
yeah, they were playing on CDs back then. Not a
I don't
US,
think it was-
not USB.
Really?
Yeah, girl.
I know it was a while
There's a
ago.
picture of her. There's a picture of her, and she's like flipping through CD, like a
Oh, she is like a
like,
proper, like
the
yeah.
binder things.
Wow, that actually makes me feel old now.
I've never played on CDs. Fuck
It's completely digital.
that. Mm-hmm.
Is there a difference in how
Uh,
you work, other than the fact you have to physically change CDs
probably, yeah. Probably in sound quality as well, actually, to be fair.
from digital to CD?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
So I'm intrigued now because obviously people can listen to the accents. You're not from Liverpool.
Nope.
Well, I'm going to ask the question: what brought you to Liverpool? University. Why did you stay?
University. Where did I stay?
Yeah. So what did you study at university? Actually, let's do the whole shebang. What brought you to Liverpool? And all that?
I came to Liverpool for university. That went really well, as you can tell.
What did you study?
Events management.
Where?
John Moore.
At John Moore's. Okay. I didn't want to say another university to go. No.
No, yeah, John Moore's. Whoop, whoop. Stayed for. I don't know why I stayed. I just really like the city, I think.
Like the city, made your connections, was working.
Well, yeah, I was working. Obviously, I have friends here. Before, actually, I would say in like the second year of university is when I started like seeing the gay scene and whatever.
Yes.
So like started making that connection. Before that, I was like the only gay in the village. Had never seen another gay person before in my life.
And then you come to the bright lights of Liverpool. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, where? This is where I need to be.
Okay, so what was your first gay bar? Was it Heaven?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was.
And was it a RuPaul's Drag Race night?
No, it wasn't. Actually, no, my God, yeah, it was.
It wasn't Sasha Velour, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was Ginger Minge.
Ginger Minge came to Liverpool.
It was Ginger Minge. And I sat on the table with her and she was like, how are you doing?
I remember the first time I ever met Ginger Minge was at an event, obviously, because I didn't meet her. It was a meet and greet. And without even a beat, goes for the hug. She goes, so sorry, I was late off the plane. My back's still hairy. And then go for the hug, and she's got like a backless top. First thing she does is apologize because she hasn't had a chance to shave her back.
Yeah, no, it was a Ginger Minge event. And then I think the second gay bar that I went to was Superstar.
That's just a staple in it.
And actually Violet took me into that one and Brenda was working and I was wearing a shit pattern shirt. I still have the shirt to this day. And Brenda brought me up onto the stage, turned the music off and the lights on. And back then they had like the
Point and laugh.
like the big, like really big tin light.
Yes.
She put them all the way up and she went, don't you ever step foot in the Superstar booth while wearing that shirt ever again.
For everyone to stand and look at you.
And I was like, I like her.
And that's one of your best mates.
Now we're friends.
I love that. But yeah, what is it? So what's your, when it comes to your drag, what is your like approach to it?
Mainly I was gonna say mainly having fun, but I always look pissed off, but I'm not.
Yeah, you have got a bit of a reputation of like just having stank face.
That's just like my face, but it's mainly having fun. And I promise you, when you see me, I am having fun.
Good.
I might not look like it because I'm also having like a conversation in my head about something. Like, what did I do with that like green dress the other day or something? And I'm like trying to remember. Also, I can't see anything. This is something that I need to address.
What, you're blind?
Yeah,
Like weird
girl, I wear
glasses?
like glasses, and like everybody thinks,
Really?
yeah.
I've never seen.
I was gonna point that I was like squinting. No, they're in the bathroom.
They're over there. They're not.
Everybody always goes like when I'm like squinting my eyes and like obviously looking at my laptop, looking up and doing whatever. Everybody's like, "Oh, you've always got such a face on you," and I'm like, "No, I
Just
actually
can't see.
genuinely can't see. Like I'm blind."
But that's not part of the brand though. Can't see, miserable, but can pull a tune.
But can DJ really well. How I can DJ, I don't know.
Yeah, because you can't sing.
Because I can't sing. It's so bizarre, honestly. I said this to Regina in the boudoir on Saturday. I was like, people think I'm so annoyed all the time, and it's not. It's actually genuinely because I think I should get contact lenses.
Why don't you?
Putting contact lenses in and then like makeup and like.
Oh yeah.
That kind of like freaks me out.
I mean, I can't do it without any of that. The whole idea of doing this is like,
it's bad enough on Halloween, but
yeah, and then taking them out with those, yeah. Because imagine like sometimes like Queensland, I know you do it sometimes because you do drive and you're very good. You have a drink on when you're working.
Yeah.
It's part. I think it's just part of the deal.
Not when
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Not when you're of course. Not when you're driving. I think that's
Forget where I parked the car.
I was gonna stay there till tomorrow. Yeah, I can't imagine nails
Well,
drunk.
these would come off.
No, but if you're drunk and just kind of forget about it,
Yeah.
poke your eye out.
Yeah. Well, I always get out of dragon work anyway, so.
Hmm.
But no, Maybe I should think about it.
Or maybe make glasses part of the style. Slutty secretary.
No, absolutely not. No way. Because I would have to wear them at the end of my nose because my lashes.
I think that'd be something. Try it.
And then I'd look like someone's nan.
It could work.
It really couldn't. That's a bad idea. I'm never doing that.
Okay.
Joe Shania did that once, though.
Shania did. Shania's done a few things though. Like I've seen her like it's like a thing, isn't it? With certain with drag queens when it's either it's the night before Pride, like whatever Pride event they're doing, or they just generally can't be bothered. Face mask, rollers. I'm still in drag.
Yeah.
Just not what you expected.
Yeah. That's my favourite type of drag.
And then people attempt to do Mrs. Doubtfire impressions.
Oh my god, I don't get to do that this year.
Why? Are you not working?
Because I don't work Friday anymore.
I mean, we might need to.
I might just come out.
In drag.
Mm-hmm.
Katona's coming out for a pre-Pride party.
in my nightie.
Oh my god, do it.
Yeah, I always wear like pajamas or like a crushed velvet like tracksuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Mine says brats on it. Like the dolls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my mind went blank then. Like, okay. What on the
Juicy was too expensive.
Temu exclusive brats.
Literally.
So okay, so just on the drag thing. So I think we've got to know Ketona quite well in the sense of where she came from, what she likes doing,
Mm-hmm.
what might be in store in the future. What do you take from drag?
That's such a deep question.
It's such a deep question. It's such an easy but deep question.
That was
To that hit a point.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. You caught me off guard.
Like, why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Other than it being a job.
Obviously, it pays my bills.
Yeah.
One. But I actually genuinely enjoy being a part of like someone's experience. I know that sounds really corny.
It's cute though. I think it's important, especially like we made the comment about people the first time they enter a gay bar. It's another thing. It's like completely
Yeah, defo. And like obviously like I do brunches for hen parties and like just knowing that like that hen, for example, has had a brilliant fucking hen do. Because there's been me, Violet, and Debbie, for example, ripping the shit out of all her friends, and she's like having a ball. Like that to me is just like, I don't think you would get that in many other jobs. Does it have its bad days? Yes. Do I always look like I'm pissed off? Yes. I think this is going to be the most people that have ever seen me smile.
Oh, I'll take that.
This is why no one clocks the lipstick on my teeth because I never smile.
You're welcome.
But yeah, no. Yeah, just being a part of like people's experience, whether that's like a brunch, they come in the boudoir and they've never been there before, or Pride, they see me walking somewhere or whatever. Like I think it's just that kind of like recognition of just being there and like in people's experience.
Yeah, and I think especially with Liverpool is like it's a very cultural and culturally diverse city. To be part of the gay fabric, LGBT fabric, is something. It's just a bit. I think it's a bit naff now that Boudoir used to be very well known for its big banner outside with all the different drag queens on it.
I remember that.
And I think it's because of the building or something. They can't do it anymore or something silly. Something to do with the landlords, I think. But only downside, you can't be on a big banner outside Boudoir.
No, but we're on the TVs inside. So you have to come in.
Well, yeah, if you want to see this on the screens, do it. That's like, I'm really nice. I like that as an answer. Though.
Yeah, defo. And like I feel like that's probably rooted with a lot of the girls. But yeah, for me, defo. Like even if it's like a sick mix that I've done and the crowd goes crazy or something like that, that gives me goosebumps.
That's something as a creative. It's like something you've made and people have, what's the word? People have like took it on, not took on, but I'm looking with, there's a word I'm looking for on the tip of my tongue. I'm not good with vernacular at the minute. They've received it really well.
I was like,
It's not the word I was looking for, but it'll do. It's received very well.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
And you're like, yeah, I made that. They don't know I made that, but
Yeah.
I made that.
Like, I don't care about sewing. I don't care about making my own dresses or hair or anything like that. My makeup's just about on. But when it comes to like music and being involved in people experience, that's what makes me like, yeah, I love it.
I love that. That's really nice.
Thanks.
I really love that. So, guys, as we come to the close, I am developing a segment called Scouse Spotlight. But if I was to put you on the spot again, you're not a Liverpool native. But if you were to highlight something that you love about the city, what would it be? Can't say boudoir.
Do you know what I actually do like?
Go on.
That there is always a corner shop. No, there is always a corner shop open at no matter what time.
That's the most randomest of answers. What do you love about Liverpool? Give me a Scouse Spotlight. The corner shop.
No, but like not even like they don't close. They don't close. They don't have days off. They don't close. I'm not even joking. And that is like, you don't get that anywhere else. I'm telling you now.
That was not the answer I was expecting.
Why?
I was thinking something along like, love being part of this like city because of this, or this specific location I love going to because it's beautiful, or it's got lots of the corner shops.
I'm being serious. I went out the house the other day. I was driving up and down County Road, couldn't find a corner shop that was open. Was fuming.
That's because you're not in the city centre.
Yeah, all I wanted was a bottle of Diet Coke. I had to drive into the city centre at like 1 a.m. But you don't get that anywhere else. Honest. True. Manchester.
Okay, Manchester's another conversation. But anyway, thank you so much. For those who don't, this is actually my first recording. So Ketona was my guinea pig.
The guinea pig, yeah.
So we don't actually know how this is going to go.
Who knows?
But on that note, where can people find you across your residencies, social media, if you want to share your social medias, etc.
Social medias is Instagram. I'm on TikTok as well. Don't post
TikTok.
I don't post anything.
Oh, okay. You just like everyone else.
Yeah. I posted one video at Halloween and it was me very hungover. So is Ketona Madrave across most things. Facebook as well. I'll come up on there. And you can find me in person at the Masquerade on a Thursday and the Boudoir on a Saturday and possibly maybe G-Bar on a Friday. It's on a road early.
Possibly.
Yeah, but I can be asked going. And then I'll obviously be out during the week at some time.
Yeah, just clock her out doing random dances with Shania and Brenda and Viola out of drag.
With my glasses on so I can see people.
You did have your glasses on that night, did you? Mm-hmm. Oh, I was going to come on Tuesday, then I just didn't. Anyway, I'm not going to start another conversation because you need to get to work.
I do.
So thank you very much. Thank you for listening to our watching, wherever you're watching this, to Proudly Said, new LGBTQ+ podcast across Liverpool. If you want any information, want to get involved, our social handles are @proudlysaid or email hey@proudlysaid.co.uk. Nice one. You've been listening to Proudly Said. If it meant something to you, pass it on. If it didn't, maybe it will one day. Either way, stay kind, stay loud, and stay proud. Thanks for listening.